All right, our geometry gurus. This is Mr. Moss coming at you on the next section of chapter 3, which is actually our last one, section 3.5, called symmetry. This is coming at you on a week that we are leading into, what do you want to call it, Thanksgiving. So it's a short week this week. Please get this 3.5 done. Then we'll be doing a chapter review, and I will try to do a chapter review with you after you've taken it to show you the answers and work for it so that you have a better idea of what you're getting yourself to. So next week we will be doing taking a chapter, not next week, but the week after Thanksgiving, we'll be doing the chapter 3 test and starting chapter 4. It's moving pretty quickly, you guys. I hope you guys are staying on top of your assignments. Please make sure you get them all done. All right, so I think this section is the easiest and fastest one out of all of them, but that's just my opinion. So what we're going to be talking about today is symmetry. So the first thing we need to define is, what is symmetry? We've talked about this before. The definition of here says a figure in the plane has a line of symmetry or reflection symmetry if the figure can be mapped onto itself by reflection in a line called a line of symmetry or axis of symmetry. So in this picture right here, we have this line which is called the axis of symmetry. If I were to take and fold this object in half, it should lie on top of itself. Okay, that's what it says. If it doesn't lie exactly on top of itself when folded in half in either direction or in several directions, then it is not a line of symmetry, and this object is not symmetry. We've talked about this before, where we've gone through the alphabet and look at the capital letters of lines of symmetry, like the letter A, capital M, Z. Let's see, O, I, yeah, E would probably be another one. Those are a few off the top of my head that I can think of, okay? So those are the ones we're talking about. So now what we're going to do is we're going to be taking and looking at some of these things from different things like a kaleidoscopes for each one of these things. Now the question is asked, identify our line of symmetry. So it says state whether this object appears to have a line of symmetry, write yes or no. Copy the figure, draw all the lines of symmetry, and state their number. Okay, so that means the number of full lines that cross through this. So can we find out where we can fold this in half? And it might be even several times where we would fold it in half and then open it up again and fold it in another direction, and so forth and so forth. The answer on this one is yes. Now the question is, where are they and how many can we do? So I'm not going to be able to use a ruler very well, so I'm just going to kind of freehand this as far as where these lines are going to lie. The most common ones that we always see is probably straight up and down. So I see how it cuts through here. So through each one of these little points, and then we see these little extensions on the sections here are all the same. So if we were to do it through all of these, which we're going to do, okay, and we notice that if we were to cut these in half, then we would be good to go. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go through here, go through here, go through here. I'm doing the best I can. I know these lines aren't straight, and what we want to do is we want to make sure we go around and count each one and see what we have. So I'm going to start with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and am I missing one somewhere? I think I might have one missing here, or I might be good. Did I miss one somewhere? I think it's just 7, right? Unless you guys see no, but I think I'm good here with all of those, right? Okay, so then what we call this one, we call it 7 lines. Okay. Yeah, but I'm just looking at my notes real quick, so on that whole thing. So then because we can't count, if we go back here, that means we're going back to 1 again, and then so forth, because then we can get confused. So stop. Once your starting point, which is one full line, we count all the way around, and that's what we get. Okay? All right, any questions on that part? So let's look at the next one, our kaleidoscope of this one here, and we look at this thing, and what do you guys think about this one? I am going to tell you that the answer is no. Okay, why that is the case, notice what we have up here. We have a star here, okay, next to a shiny little point here. If I were to look across it, I don't see the star or shine spot. There's one over here, but it's a lot further down. And this one, there's a triangle. And here, if I were to fold this in half through this, the triangle should be over here. Or even if I were to cut it this way, it would be over here. So we cannot, even though they give you a false idea. If you were to draw a line here or even here, you would think that it'd be okay. But these things don't match on the other side of it. See, this star is here. There's no star over here. There's no triangle over here or down here. So therefore, the answer is no, there are not. Okay. All right. Going down to this one. Let's check out this one here. So let's identify this kaleidoscope of this one. What do you guys think on this one? If we were to draw lines through it or fold it in half, we would get something that looks like this. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right here, we're going to draw through, so I'm not doing very straight lines. So it looks like through every one of these little sections here, we are going to draw a line, and it will match on each one. So again, I'm going to start here. That means I'm going to end here. So how many lines we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that means we have a yes, and it is 5 lines. Okay. I'm going to double check something really quick. Yeah, 5 lines. Okay. All right. Moving on to the next one. Okay, so let's check this one out. So we have a triangle here. So now we're getting into normal shapes that we usually see, right? That triangle is not coming through very good. Let's see if I move it over. There we go. It's a little bit better. Okay, so state whether this has a figure appears to have Slamic symmetry. The answer is yes or no, and then how many there are. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, if we were to do this, we'd draw a line through this way. So through each vertex, we're going to be able to see that we have that. Okay, so we have a yes, and there are 3 lines. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is go ahead and pause the video, work on the next 2 on your own, and then we get back to you and you can check out what we got here for answers on this one. Okay. All right, welcome back. If you did pause your video and try these on your own, okay, try to state this here. State whether this figure appears to have a line of symmetry, and yes or no, and state the number of there are. Okay, so we always look, and I'm going to draw dashed lines here, so we always look at the common one. We always like to go this way, and sometimes we like to go diagonally too on figures like this. I'm going to tell you right now, if I were to fold in any direction, whether it be horizontally, vertically, or diagonally, the answer is going to be no. But a common scenario on this one is that some people think if you fold it diagonally this way, that it would fold itself on the other side. But the thing is, look how big of a gap this one is as opposed to this one as far as the angle. If I would fold, they would have to match. Same thing here. These do not match because one is bigger than the other, therefore it will not work on diagonally. All right, so how about this one? How'd you guys do on this one? Okay, there is exactly 1, which is vertically. So we say 1 line, and the answer is yes. Okay, anybody have any questions on those? Make sure you ask if you're not sure. All right. Okay, we're going to stop there for this video. We're going to go on to part 2 here in a second in regards to what the rotational symmetry is. So I'll see you in a few minutes.